I'm Jacqueline Johnson.
And I'm Marina Middleton.
And this is Work Party, a podcast that's part work and part party. Work Party celebrates a new generation of women who are redefining the meaning of work on their own terms and having fun while doing it.
In this podcast, we are diving into all the areas of being a working woman: mind, body, and business. No topic is off limit.
Real talk and hot takes. Think of us as your internet work wives. This is Work Party,
the podcast.
Wait, where's the champagne?
Welcome back to Work Party. Today's special episode is in celebration of our annual 100 list. Create and Cultivate's 100 list honors 10 women in 10 different categories who are building, leading, and influencing at scale. They are moving markets, shaping culture, and making decisions that matter. This year, Create and Cultivate's 2026 100 list will span industries, generations, and stages of success, from first-time founders to legacy leaders, each setting the pace, raising the standards, and moving culture forward. This episode highlights our content creator category.
In an era where social media can feel monotonous with the same rinse and repeat formats, we want the tea from influencers who are not afraid to stand out, share their intrusive thoughts, and make our feeds more fun. Let's dive in as we hear from Nadya de Beaufort, Averi Camille, Robyn Delmonte, Shayla Mitchell, Nadya Okamoto, Victoria Paris.
She's got jokes. Oh, put that one on the docket. My falling, sure. I really wanted to start my day with an unusual entrance and make a really great, strong impression. And I think I did. Playback. Hi, I'm Nadya de Beaufort, and I'm an actress and vintage and antique clothing collector. The question is, what is my go-to tech stack? And I did not know what that was, so I did have to ask. And I have found that it means the apps you use for when you're creating your content, and mostly CapCut, a lot of CapCut. I do like a little bit of Adobe, all of the Adobe software, but primarily CapCut and occasionally Final Cut. I was in a really deep creative rut before the holidays. I think with Black Friday and Christmas, and there's a lot of commercialism. And then I had the opportunity to design some clothing with my friend Morgan at Buru. And so I'm very one-track minded. I was doing one thing and then I just delved full force into the other. And getting to have my hands on fabric and tactile design and really get back to making art gave me a kickstart for the new year that was much needed. I think the best advice for a content creator who's looking to find their unique voice online would be to lean into whatever's authentic to you. I think more and more that's what audiences are looking for. I know it's what I'm looking for, but also it's the best way to not sell your soul. If you make content that's truly organic, that you believe in, that you're passionate about, I think that translates from where you're filming it through to your new friend at the other end of the line. And that's the best way to connect and stay fulfilled and true to yourself. I get a lot of questions about content creation and how it came to be. And I think a lot of having success in the social media world is in large part down to luck. There's so much luck involved. You just have to hope that the algorithm gods are working in your direction. But I also think that in huge part, it's about finding something that you love and giving voice to it. And the more you love it, the stronger your voice and the more people lean in to listen. So make art with what you love. Cut.
Oh my God, this is so official. Oh, I love this color. And everyone's like, oh my God, this is embarrassing. I'm like, oh. Hi, I'm Averi Camille. I'm a content creator based in Los Angeles. Make all things plus size fashion and life of a plus size girl. I use Lightroom to edit all my photos. I love CapCut for video editing, but a little hack that I use when I take photos, I always burst. If you don't know what it is, look it up. It's the best hack for taking photos. Okay, one thing I do to get out of a creative rut, I really need to be alone, find myself again. I am #1 fan of locking myself in my room, watching my favorite show, and just sitting in silence, honestly. Okay, finding your voice online, I feel like it's so important to really tune out everyone else. I feel like I'm the #1 believer in this works, like having a platform online works when you are being yourself. And I think a lot of people struggle to find what that is because they're listening to a lot of the outside opinions. And I would say you really just have to hone in on what your purpose is, what your message is, and go for that exactly. Curvy girls can be cool girls too. Yeah, thank you.
Cute. Thank you. Dancing in the mirror, singing in the shower. My name is Robyn Delmonte, also known on the internet as Girl Boss Town, and I'm a creative consultant along with an on-air personality. So my go-to tech stack is, it starts simple and then it gets a little complex. I think that all of my business and everything I do in my day-to-day life lives in my notes app, which probably isn't super professional, but then I go on to, I love Adobe Express, I love Instagram, TikTok. But when it comes to editing, I usually just post straight from the app. So I'm not super into crazy editing things because I feel like when an idea comes to me, it just comes to me and I post, but not a super crazy tech stack. One thing I do to get out of my creative rut, which is really hard, and this is something I started implementing a couple years ago, is to go on a walk with no media, no headphones, no podcast, nothing, just to kind of try to get into my head a little bit, which sometimes is a scary place. But a lot of the times when I do that, ideas straight come from my core and from my brain, and it allows me to kind of think without distraction. But the other thing that I do is I have a media room in my house where I have a bunch of old magazines and physical media, and I'll set the timer for 30 minutes and allow myself to really dive into physical media from the past to kind of get my hands on it and really get creative again. When it comes to giving advice on how to find your own voice online, I always feel like this question is a little bit of like an oxymoron because you can't really help somebody find their own voice. They need to do it themselves. And when I tried to replicate the voices around me or like the niches and find my niche, which is another thing I think is kind of impossible to do because you can't find your niche, you have to become it. It's something that you're actually interested in. So when I tried to replicate and get advice from people on how to find my own voice, I feel like that's when I was losing mine the most. So my advice would be to, as corny and cheesy as it is, to look within and you'll find the right steps and the right process when it comes into getting your voice and tone on the internet, and people will like it even more knowing it comes directly from you. Okay, so my current algorithm right now is all festival season because that's what's currently going on. But the niche weirder part is I love watching teachers like set up their classrooms and going over their like learning and education plan, which is very weird because I was horrible in school growing up. So I feel like maybe a little bit of my karma is learning now that I like to learn. So watching teachers, like it'll be like their 5 to 9 before school, things like that. That's all over my algorithm, which is strange because I don't have kids and I'm not in school, but maybe that'll be my next step is to become a teacher. Who knows? Thank you.
Like, hello, it's me. Hello. Like, are these flowers real? Oh, they are real. Ah! Oh my God. Hi, how are you? Good. Do I look okay? I don't know if I trust you guys. Because they always say you look good. Hi, my name is Shayla Mitchell. I'm a content creator and entrepreneur. I would say my favorite apps are, and this sounds so shallow to say, but TikTok, of course, Snapchat, Instagram. And then as far as editing apps, honey, I don't edit my photos or videos, so I don't need those. Ooh, a toxic trait. If I edited all my videos like a lot of the girlies do, I would say editing. Like if I like changed my face or use like the face app. That was so shady what I just said, by the way. That was shady. But it's true. If I use like face altering apps, I would say that's my toxic trait. But as far as, let me see. Oh, I would say my toxic trait is like I shoot content and I feel like I have to edit and post right away. That's kind of toxic. It's like, let me just relax a second. Post tomorrow, you know? To get out of my creative rut, sometimes you just need a little bit of time. Like I don't rush creativity. If I don't have it then and there, I'll just take a couple days off until I get re-inspired. My advice for anyone who's trying to find their voice, I would say, is to just be yourself and it'll come to you. Just be authentic. I know that word is kind of overused in this space, but it's true. Don't look to someone else to teach you how to be yourself. Just look within and it'll come naturally. Thank you.
Okay. Purple hat, cheetah print, dance, and dance on the like. My name is Nadya Okamoto, and I am a content creator and entrepreneur. I think achieving balance is all about figuring out what you are good with sacrificing. I think that things are always coming at an opportunity cost. So for me, I really prioritize fitness, less so social life. And I'm good with that because I'm more introverted than I think people think I am. I recently got into running, and that has absolutely changed my life for the better. I kind of run whenever I can, but what I love to do is schedule at least one race a month. And so I'm running the Boston Marathon next weekend, and I have a couple half marathons next month. But I think having these races that I can kind of train towards makes a really big difference in my mental health. When I run marathons, I raw dog it. I'm not listening to anything. And it's so wild because I think in every other part of my life, I'm all about noise. Like I hate silence. If I'm doing anything around the house or I'm walking the dog, I need to have a podcast on. But there's something about running a marathon where I'm just so focused on finishing and getting to the 26.2 miles. I don't listen to anything. And I just kind of soak in the energy of the crowd, or I love it as a new way to see the city. So I've been really enjoying it. My toxic trait, I think, in life is that I'm very impatient. I really like things to go fast. I don't like doing things over and over again. And I think in the world of content, that can be tricky because it means that you're less polished. So you could see it as a good thing because you're unapologetically yourself, but it also means like, I'm definitely not a clean girl aesthetic at all. I think when it comes to content, it can be a very lonely career. So it's always so helpful to surround yourself with people who also like making content and that you can make content with. I have 2 younger sisters, and between the 3 of us, I think we have like 10 million followers now. But I love that we get to hang out and we all love making content together, and it just makes the career a little bit less lonely. Yeah.
It was good. This is much better than that. I'm Victoria Paris. I have a jewelry brand and I do social media. My go-to tech stuff, I love the app InShot for editing. I love Gmail. I got my notifications on, all that good stuff. But like for me, like I don't need much besides my texts, my social media apps, my emails, and my editing app. What is one thing I do to get out of a creative rut? Go for a run. Going for a run always just like clears my mind, helps me iron out my thoughts, and makes space for more creativity. Nobody's unique, but everybody can be consistent. I feel like, like we all have something to truly share with each other, and we have something in common, and just putting it out there is the uniqueness, and like being brave enough to share your story, no matter how normal or monotonous it seems. Like there's somebody out there who's going to resonate with it, and the uniqueness is sharing. How did I get ready for today? I am currently moving houses, so I picked the top 3 things on the top of a box because I was like, I'm not digging through all of this and unpacking these boxes, and that's probably why I'm in capris that are leggings today. Yay! Thank you.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Work Party. If you like what you heard, follow, leave a review, rate the pod, or slide into our DMs.
Check out the different ways you can create and cultivate on our website, createcultivate.com. From retreats and masterminds to our summits and festival.
We have different experiences to support you through your entrepreneurial journey from launch
to legacy.
Follow us at Create Cultivate on all platforms, and don't forget, work hard.
Party on.
Please note that this episode may contain paid endorsements and advertisements for products and services. Individuals on the show may have a direct or indirect financial interest in products or services referred to in this episode.